You can see this is number 1, statistics. Here I have written introduction, means this is the introduction chapter of the book, chapter 1. And again, like microeconomics, I have explained you some theories which are based on this introduction of statistics, which is used in economics. So what is the subject matter of economics in a short recap, because I found some children were not there with me in my previous class. So this is totally the work of market, right? Market, and in the market there is a producer and a buyer. Producer means one who produces the things or sells the things, right? And there is a buyer who purchases the things. Why buyer purchases? Because buyer has some wants, wants, wants. Wants means I want food, I want milk, I want clothes, I want to go to abroad. We are having unlimited wants, and these wants are satisfied by the producer or the seller. But the problem is that our earth is a very huge planet, we say it, but it is very small. Why? Because our wants are very big. Earth is a small planet because our wants are unlimited, and the resources we have available on the earth are scarce. Scarce means short. We have less resources comparatively to our wants, our wishes, right? Actually, apart from this economics, Gautam Buddha also said that our all the worldly sorrows are the result of desires. Because we do desire, that is why we are unhappy. If we do not have desires, we were happy. I want car, I want big home, I want good clothes. I have so many clothes in my cupboard, but I want to buy one more new dress. So this way, when this idea comes in our mind, that moment, starting from that moment to the ending, like achieving that thing, our brain works very fast and doesn't let us sit at properly. We want to achieve the thing, we do it, we achieve it, then only we sit. This is apart from economics, a general theory. But in economics, wants means desires but which satisfies our needs, and resources are unlimited. So what is the problem with economists? Why economics is being studied? Economists have to manage the resources. If these resources were not scarce, then there was no need of studying economics. For example, I had given one example of your pocket money. You have very less pocket money, or suppose you have 1000 rupees. Those who have 200 rupees pocket money, they want 500. Those who have 500, they ask from their parents 1000 rupees. And those 1000 also are very less. Why? Because we need mobile data, we need fuel in our vehicle, we need 4-5 times in a month food from outside. So that money is not more than enough. So everybody wants to increase the pocket money, but we can't increase. How can we increase? Our parents do not have more income, or if they have income, but also they are not interested to share with us unnecessary excess pocket money, so that it should not spoil our habits. That is why we have to manage with that 1000 rupees only in a month. Anyhow, acha, then what will you do if you want to manage that? Choice, right? Preference. Now when you want to manage the resources with 1000 rupees, what you will do? You will make some preference, means you will decide the priorities. What is the thing I have to purchase now? I will purchase that, and less important things I will keep for next time, right? For example, if I say I want to buy a TV, as well as I have to do payment of my fees of my child's school. So what is the priority? First I should purchase a TV, or I should clear the dues of my child's school fees? Definitely school fees first. So I have selected the priority and manage the resources. Buying TV, okay, 45,000 rupees are not there with me. We will think of, okay, next month we will give some amount to the bank. we'll get the TV financed by the finance company. We have to give little amount, and rest of the EMIs we will give in further months. So this way we will try to manage our expenses, right? So here you can see I have written one definition of Alfred Marshall, which probably you have read in your previous class. The definition is related with economics. Marshall has written, economics is the study of man in the ordinary business life. Ordinary business life means wherever money transaction is there, we have done the transaction with money.